Hi everyone. So I recently did a 3-day fast. Actually, I'm still on the fast. But I want to share with you my experience with doing a 3-day fast. This is my first time, and I did it because I saw Dr. Mindy on Facebook was doing like this 3-day fast, and actually it was free. She was doing like a daily seminar about it. I'm like, oh, why not? And I've seen her video on YouTube before, and I've never done like a 3-day fast, but in the past I've done intermittent fasting, and then I've done a 1-day fast before. But then like the last couple of years, I just more focused on eating healthy. However, this past holiday season, I was not very good to my body. I was eating everything and anything. And I feel like it's a holiday, enjoy. Well, that enjoyment cost me a good 5, 6 pounds in weight gain. And I was just feeling kind of sluggish. So I thought, why not try this 3-day fast? Let's see how I feel. And I always hear like good things about it and what it does for your body. And it's good to, give your pancreas a break, to give your liver a break, and just give your body a break to clean out. Why not? And so I did that, and I didn't really know what to expect other than from watching what Dr. Mindy video had talked about. And she does give like this whole free guide to doing this 3-day fast, what you could do. And so I'm going to give you my tech and how I feel during those 3 days, and some recommendations afterward of if you want to do it, what are something you might want to consider. For day one, I feel totally fine. I mean, I was going to the gym, no problem at all. And it's really in the evening of day one is when I did feel hungry, right? And my stomach was growling so hard. And I was like, I gotta go to bed before I start eating stuff. So that's what I did. I slept early. It was a good day for me on day one, no problem at all. And it was on day two. So funny that night, like the morning of day two, I had this vivid dream that I was like eating this super delicious apple. And then I freaked out that I like threw myself out of a fast. But then I woke up and I'm like, oh, so glad that was a dream. But one of the things that Dr. Mindy say is that you will have a lot of vivid dreams. But that was the only one that I had. But day two was okay. I didn't have a lot of hunger, but I also stay away from food because I felt that I'm the type that is, I'm either all or nothing. I can binge, I can eat so much food, or I can just not eat, but I cannot be in between where you just eat a little bit. So I just stay away from food, and I just have my family eat takeout for a little bit. I'm like, I don't want to smell you eating it. I'm going to the bedroom and closing the door. And so, but on the night two is when like I had the detox effect. Right? That night, like my heart rate, for some reason on day two, my heart rate went up. Like I can feel like as if, I just had a good exercise and your heart rate is just beating faster. And I was achy. My arm, my limbs were like just in pain. It was just aching and soaring so much. And I also have like this fever chill. And I was like, am I getting sick, right? Did I caught a cold from somebody, or is this a detox effect? Because they does say that once you get into that phase, the day two, you can start feeling the detox. And some people will get fever, chill, body ache, and diarrhea even, right? So I definitely felt it. Even my back was hurting, and I could not sleep. It was a horrible night. But I was thinking to myself, should I go take a Tylenol? But I'm like, no, don't do it. You're trying to clear your body out. Like, don't throw anything in other than water. And for me, I only did water and electrolyte. And on day three, I was okay as well. Like, it is definitely low energy, but I don't feel hungry other than at nighttime. It's really strange. And normally, like during my regular day, I do get hungry. Like at lunch, I'm like, oh, I need to eat lunch. I'm hungry. And I think the difference for me is like, I know a lot of people do emotional eating, right? But for me, I eat out of boredom. My mom's like, oh, I'm bored. Go eat something. It's more that. So that's the harder part for me. But I didn't have any hunger pain, which I don't know why. And I think maybe part of it, is a mental thing. And when you do these 3-day fasts, it is not just a physical. It's a mental thing, because your your body and your brain will be like, you're hungry, go eat. You done enough. You should just go eat. Don't do this, right? And if you have a family that support you to do the fast, great. But if they think that this fast is you're gonna pass out from it, they're gonna tell you not to fast. They're gonna tell you to eat. So you're gonna need to surround yourself in the right environment. But for me, day 3 was fine. And so, and I see really good result for me since I feel okay. It is a little bit low energy. I'm not doing a lot of things that I normally do because I'm on a fast, and I knew that that was going to happen. So I had planned my days and my week accordingly. So the 3-day fast is not something that you just kind of decide out of blue. You do have to plan it ahead of time. I've seen such a good result for myself that I'm deciding, you know what, I'm going to make it to 5 days. I told myself, let's make it a 5-day. Even if you make it to day 4 and your body don't feel good, then we'll end it early, because I feel like I already achieved my goal. And if I can reach to 5 days, that's even better. And part of it is that in these last 3 days, I've dropped like a good 2 pounds every day. And I'm like, well, this is like a weight hack for sure, because if I can drop the weight to get to the ideal weight in 3 days or closer to it, then I actually would like to do that. Why not? Because I'm not feeling hungry. Well, I kind of feel hungry here and there. If I smell food, that's when I feel hungry. But I don't smell it, then I'm okay. I think for me, what I would say, my suggestions, if you're thinking about doing this, if you never have done a fast before, I say like, don't go right into a 3-day fast. I would recommend baby step. Maybe do intermittent fasting first, and then maybe try a 1-day fast before you decide to go 3 days. Because even with intermittent fasting, the first time when I tried or when I did do intermittent fasting, it was not easy. Even going for like 14 hour was hard, but it took time, and I gradually was able to go up to 16-hour fasting and 8-hour window of eating. So I think you should actually gradually do that if you've never fasted before. That way your body get adjust to it versus just throw it right into a fast, because there's so much going on in your body. And if your body have never gone from so there's 2 ways your body get energy. One is from sugar, which is glucose. And normal eating will give you the glucose. So if you've never fasted, your body has always been in a glucose state. So when you fast or you go intermittent fasting, you're taking your body into a ketosis state, right? When in ketosis is when instead of using sugar, which coming from sweet or carb that you eat, it's taking it from fat. Ketosis take it from your reserve. That's why you can drop weight really fast when you were on a fast. And in order for your body to switch from a glucose into ketosis, it takes an adjustment. The first time that I did that, because I did a Wild Fit challenge, which is phenomenal way, is 90 days of nutritional, getting you to a point where you eat just the food that are good for you. And it's like a cleanse almost. Not almost, I would say it is a cleanse. And it will take your body gradually into a ketosis state. And when we did that, it took my body a good 5 days to really switch from glucose into ketos. And it was a whole reaction. I did not feel good during those 5 days. But once your body switches and it knows, oh, okay, when I need to switch from glucose to ketos, this is what I got to do. So because I've done it once, and like subsequently I've done the Wild Fit a couple more times, it was so much easier to switch. And now when I'm in a fast state, like my body just know, okay, she's not eating anything right now, so we just gotta switch to ketosis and just use up the fat. So my body is more used to it. So I think that's part of the reason why I don't have as much of an issue. And I know the group that I'm doing it with, a lot of people, like they could not make it to 3 days. It was like even 1 day or 2 days, and some people have really bad reactions. And I think that is part of it. If you haven't done this before, or if you've never put your body into a ketosis state, it will be really, really difficult. But if you've done intermittent fasting before, or if you've done like a day fast, even like when I did intermittent fasting, the first time I did a 24-hour fast, it wasn't easy either, because I just feel like low energy. It was rough. But once you can get into that first and adjust, a 3-day fast, it is longer, but it's not going to be super duper hard. But if you've never done it, and I guess if you really want a challenge, then okay, go for it. And can you do sauna when you do a fast? And what I found a lot of people say is yes. So then I tried it on day 3, right, which is yesterday. In the afternoon, I did go into a sauna, and I feel fine. And I think like during the fast, the longer you go, you really have to listen to your body. Like it will tell you what it can do and cannot do, and you have to pay attention. This is the time where it's not about listening to what other people say, but listen to how you're feeling, and your body will tell you, hey, enough, stop. Or it will tell you, yeah, I can go for a little more. But for me, how I prefer it was that I tell myself, we're going to do this. It's going to be a 3-day fast. I tell myself, and I tell my body, don't ask me for food. Food is not coming. We're just going to have water. And I think it does help to really say that to myself and put myself into that mental state. And since I feel like I'm doing pretty good, I feel I can actually make it to 5 days. And I talked to a friend, and she has done a 5-day fast before, just getting some tip and getting how you feel. And I think like 5 days is probably very doable. And I think that if it can drop me into the weight that I would like, I want to do that. And one other thing when it comes to a fast, once you finish the fast, how you ease out the fast is really important. So, right, just you hear what I said, you have to ease out of the fast. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm done with the fast, I'm just going to eat whatever. If you do that, you're going to shock your system. I mean, your body has not had food for many days. So you always want to ease it out with broth, with bone broth, right? Or maybe if you don't want to use bone broth, you can do, a vegetable broth. You gotta just to give it something to start its engine again, and eat very light, right? And you want to do like steamed vegetable, maybe baked salmon for dinner. Don't eat heavy fatty like steak, because if you eat fatty food, it's gonna upset your stomach and you're gonna feel sick. So one of the person in the group, she eased out pretty good, and then she had a steak, which totally got her feel super sick. And so that's one of the things. Make sure you don't throw in junk food and fatty food, and it will upset your stomach. You got to give it a little time, like at least a day, to kind of warm up to regular heavy food again. And what I will say too is, if you embark on a 3-day fast, I think you have to, whatever your goal, whether it is to drop some weight, whether it's to be in a healthier state, I think those are fantastic. Aside from the 3-day fast or however many days you're doing, you have to think about the post fast as well, because that is really critical. Because you can drop, I know people drop like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, however, on their 3-day, 5-day fast. But if you don't eat properly after, you're going to gain that weight back very fast. So for me, what I plan is that after I'm done with my fast, I will either the Wild Fit diet or the liver cleanse by Medical Medium. And it is a very healthy diet where you eat mostly steamed food, low fat, and just lean protein, right? And that is going to help. If you just eat steamed veggie and protein, it's going to keep you in ketosis for longer. And that's the important thing. The longer you're in ketosis, the longer all the positive effect will have on your body. So, and during the fast, and when you do the fast, I recommend you to do it on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the 3 days I think could be best, because for me, I have flexible schedule and I can, work from home, and I can decide on when I do things. So I can do it during the week, and it doesn't have a huge effect because I already plan everything ahead. I mean, I even went and meet with client during the middle of the fast, it was okay. But in general, if I have to do a full 10-hour work day during this fast, it would have been really tough, because my energy level is lower. I mean, if normally I'm a 10, I think I'm more like a 6 during this fast. So you have to be gentle with yourself, right? You do need to occupy your time so that you're not thinking about food or you're not thinking about the stuff. You need a distraction during this period. But whatever distraction activity you decide to do, you need to make sure that it's a gentle activity. So read book, maybe work on something on your computer that doesn't take too much energy. Those are the things that I would recommend. Can you exercise during a fast? Most people say no. And a lot of the faster I talk to, they don't exercise during the fast. But I think it's really important that you actually do take walk at minimum. Because when you're fasting, you are cleaning house, right? You're cleaning out your body. And your body is going to be dumping a lot of garbage out. And when it does that, it's going to be dependent on your lymphatic system to clear everything out. And the lymphatic system only works through movement, right? Your heart, you have a pump, your blood get pumped through your body, right? That you don't need to do anything, your heart would do it for you. But for the lymphatic system, you have to move for it to work. And so I feel that it's important at least to make sure you have movement. Take a brisk walk, do that regular whenever. Even when you feel low energy, actually taking a walk, I think will help increase that energy. And during this fast, I have gone exercise every day. Even though when I talked to my friend, she didn't, and she's also like exercise pretty regularly. But again, for me, I have done a fast before. Not a fast, but I've done intermittent before, and I've done a 1 day fast before. And on top of that, I also exercise almost every day. And when I exercise before I eat. So my body is used to not having glucose, or it used to just using my whatever reserve I have in my liver. I'm able to go do a regular workout. So I love my CrossFit workout. So I did that. But again, I do listen to my body, and on day 2 and day 3, and today is day 4, I don't go as hard. I do a scale down. So that way my body can get some movement in. I can raise my heart rate and still get all the benefit without overdoing it. I can tell you for me, and if you decide to exercise, it's really up to you. But for me, I can say that after I exercise, I feel really good, because for some reason, like I feel like I have more energy to go on the day. Like after exercise, I feel like, okay, I feel normal. I can go off to work and I'll be okay. But like when first thing I wake up, usually I feel very sluggish and things just take so long just to like get out of bed and get going. But the exercise really helped me get to where I need to be energy wise and get the day going. So I really like that, but it's not for everybody. I think especially if you feel super low energy, just try go for a walk and see how that feels. It's not easy to do. Okay, so again, you're gonna have to have a lot of really good self-talk. This is when you gotta have to bring out the warrior in you. Your warrior gotta come out. Be like, this is what we're doing. You gotta get through it. But at the same time, you do have to listen to your body, because at a certain point, not because I'm pretty healthy, so I didn't expect anything to go wrong. But if you have certain illness or ailment that you're trying to reduce or work on with the fast, I think you definitely want to talk to your physician and make sure you listen to your body, because you never know. You don't want to pass out from this and be in the hospital in the emergency room either. But from what I can say, it's totally doable. I definitely recommend it. And to me, it's almost like a hack to drop the holiday weight. So I think like in the future, I would love going forward. I think I will do this on an annual basis. I think after the holiday is a great time to probably get on a fast and just drop the holiday weight and then get on a nice and clean, healthy diet. So that way the rest of the year you can stay strong and healthy.
All right, day 5 continue. I am about 5 hours left on my 5-day fast. So I'm almost there. Took my kids to the gym, gymnastic this morning. I did some gardening, make lunch for them. Went high in my room so that I don't get tempted. But I've been sitting on this chair for like over an hour because I was just tired. Now I'm just waiting. I feel like I need to go do something else, but I just don't have the energy to go do it. I mean, I could if I really want to. But I think I would rather just sit here. Just waiting. But I think actually maybe going for a walk might be good for me. I haven't exercised today, and usually when I exercise, I get a whole burst of energy. What do you think, Lucky? 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 Should we go exercise, Lucky? Or should we just chill here? What do you think? I think she's ready to take a nap. But I'm almost there. I'm almost to my 5-day goal. So I'm excited, even though you can't really tell based on my energy. But I am looking forward to drinking my veggie broth that I was making earlier. I'm looking forward to eating solid food tomorrow. A few things that I'm on my wish list that I want to eat. I'm gonna get some pate shells, so it's like a ground pork pastry. And I'm gonna get some Vietnamese coffee. Just a little bit too much of that stuff make me it's super strong coffee and it give me it's, I don't know, it's get my heart rate pumping and I don't like it. And I'm gonna have some catfish soup tomorrow. And as I mentioned before, like easing out of the fast is really important. And I thought about extending the 5 day to 5.5 because my fast ended at 6 p.m. So I thought, well, you could just sleep through it. But actually, day four, the nighttime of day four was really hard for me. My stomach was super empty. It was growling. I thought a lot about food. Like throughout this whole fast, I didn't really think much about food, but definitely last night I thought a lot about food. And I couldn't sleep. And I think like whenever I'm on ketosis, so the last time when I did the WellFit challenge, you actually move your body from glucose burning to keto burning. And when I'm in keto burning, I sleep only 6 hours. And last night I only slept about 5. But it was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. I didn't like it. And I really don't think I want to do that for another night. So I'm just gonna have some veggie broth tonight. Have some more of veggie broth tomorrow. Have some light vegetable. Get in those 3 items that I've been craving. My little reward. They're not too fatty. But they're still really good stuff. And then starting on Monday, I'm gonna do a modified liver cleanse. You've read the medical medium. He has a liver cleanse, and I really like that cleanse. It helps you stay on course with eating healthy, eating clean. So I'm going to go into that because I think going from no food, it's important not to just binge right off the bat because all this work that you've been doing, right? You've done so much of house cleaning, getting your body a rest. It's been regenerating, your immune system improving. I think that it's important. Oh, and by the way, weight loss. I did not realize that would be the case because Dr. Mindy didn't really talk about that much. They always talk about all these other benefits. And even like the app I'm using for fasting doesn't really talk about that either, but it's actually a side benefit. And so far this morning when I stepped on the scale, I dropped 9 pounds. So I was like, whoa, I'm super thrilled about that. And these are 9 excess pounds that I've been wanting to drop for the whole last year. 2024, I was trying to drop this weight and I had a hard time. Just kind of fluctuating back up and down. But now that I'm pretty much almost to my goal weight, I want to make sure that I stay the course and stay eating clean and stay eating healthy. And I think a great way is just to go into the liver cleanse. So if you haven't heard of it, just look up Medical Medium. And he has a lot of video on YouTube where he talk about clean eating and all the cleanse. And then you can also get his book. It's pretty good.